the point slope formula is based off of the slope formula, actually. If you rearrange this, you would find m equals to the difference of two y values divided by the difference of two x values. So this is based off of that. But it is determined by the slope, m, and our point, x1, y1. Those two together form our point. Now, to write an equation in point slope form, particularly for the line with a slope of 6, passes through the point 2, -5. Okay, we would first plug those values into our point slope formula and solve for y. So in this particular example, we have the point -2 or 2, -5. So let's go ahead and label those. These are my x1, y1, and this is my slope. So I'm evaluating these things. I have 2 goes in for x1, -5 is in for y1, and m is 6. So notice I have minus a negative there, minus a -5. Be careful with your signs as you work with these. So y minus -5 equals 6, that's our slope, parentheses x minus 2, which was our given x1. Notice the formula has minus signs here, so we want to make sure and be careful about the signs. Then we would distribute 6 times each of these to get 6x minus 12. And we can change the signs here. Then we subtract 5 from both sides to get y equals 6x minus 17. Now let's do a few examples of our own. Find the equation of the line having a slope of -4/5 and that passes through the point 1, -9. Our point slope form, y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So this will be y minus, my y1 is, I need to label these actually, x1, y1 for my point 1, -9. And here's our slope. So y minus a -9 equals my slope, -4/5 times x minus 1. Now I will rewrite this as y plus 9. Then we'll distribute our -4/5. So -4/5 x plus 4/5, two negatives, equals y plus 9. And then we will subtract 9 from both sides. Now because we're dealing with a fraction here, we need to make sure we have a common denominator. It's 9 over 1. That would be 45. I'm going to multiply these by 5. Just some arithmetic over here. 4/5 minus 45/5, which would be -41/5. So this equation is -4/5 x minus 41/5. Next, we have these 2 points, -2, 3, and -5, -7. Now, wait a second. To use point slope, we need the slope and a point. Right? Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. We need a point. Well, we have a point. We need a slope. That we don't have. So let's bring back our slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Go ahead and label these, x1, y1, x2, y2. So my slope would be -7 minus 3 over -5 minus -2 to be -10 over, write this for your benefit, minus 3 to be positive 10/3. Now we're going to take that and pair it. So here's our slope and here's our 1 point. Doesn't matter which one we use, but I'm going to use x1, y1. So new part of this problem, y minus y1 minus 3 equals m times x minus x1, which is -2. So I'm going to change this to +2 because I'm subtracting a -2. Now we'll go ahead and distribute since there's nothing to simplify on the left side. That would be 10 thirds x plus 20 thirds. Remember, we are not changing the denominator when we multiply, only multiplying the two numerators. 10 times 2, and that's altogether is divided by 3. We'll add 3. All right, now I'm going to skip the fraction arithmetic here. 10 thirds x, and that would be 9 thirds, so we have 29 thirds. And there is our equation. That's everything we've done so far put together. Now for our last example, write an equation for the line having slope 0 that contains the point -2, 4. Well, here's my slope. Here's my x1, y1. I can go straight to my point slope. All right, y minus y1, that's y minus 4, equals 0 times x plus 2. Well, if you notice, distributing this 0, that just means I have 0. 0x plus 0. Y minus 4, so when I add 4 to both sides, y equals 4. Well, if I had noticed that a slope of 0 always is going to correspond with a y equals a constant, okay, a constant function, then I could have saved myself a little bit of time. So let's see if we can do that on this next one, because it says the slope is undefined. I know that means it's going to be x equals something, right? Well, my x value here is 4, so every point on this line should have an x value of 4.